Run it up, then run it back. Run it up, then run it back. Run it up, run it back. Run it up, then run it back.
Well, 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 happiest of Tuesdays to you and yours. This is Run It Back. And we've got a special guest with us all day. I can't believe you are in here this early. Iman Shumpert joins the show for the whole day. How you doing?
I'm good. Good morning.
I like this.
Good morning.
Are you feeling awake, happy, festive?
I'm ready.
This is a very well-run organization we have going here, so be ready for that. He's obviously an analyst on NBA Today and Shump Street podcast with your brother. What's it like working with your brother?
It's awesome. For me, it's like he's the guideline for me to say, you know, we gonna talk candid. Like, you not gonna get on here and say something and I'm not gonna check it. He's still my big brother, so for me, it's a safe space because I'm like, at least the fans know I'm gonna be 100% honest.
I like that.
Because he's usually watching the games, he's on the phone with me, we texting back and forth, but we see the same thing. So if we get on the pod and I sit there and try and like, not like go in on somebody, he like, no, you said you didn't like it.
So that's
Like,
what
we know somebody like that.
Okay, I like that. That's going to work perfectly for today. We do have some basketball to get to, some actual hoops that were being played, but we are, of course, getting closer and closer to that Thursday deadline, and this is picking up speed. Cavs and Clippers possibly discussing a Harden Garland swap. According to Brett Siegel, Harden and LA have actually been discussing a split for weeks now, which is kind of crazy, but Kawhi was surprised when he found out that Harden wanted that trade. They are 3.5 games back of the Warriors for the 8 seed. Cavs are sitting in the 5 spot out in the East. You know, you woke up, there's a lot of talk about this. Lou makes fun of me, but I listen to NBA radio all day long. People aren't loving it necessarily, Shump, so I'm wondering, like, how are you feeling when you see these names possibly being swapped? How do you feel?
Don't like it.
Okay.
I think that, you know, James has had difficulty in the playoffs. You're trying to improve yourself in the playoffs, and now you're going to get a James Harden that is not what when we thought he was going to win, he wasn't able to do it, and now you want him to do it as he's years older, you know what I'm saying, and coming out of a frustrating well, they've been playing well now, but in the early start of this season, frustrating situation, losing Chris Paul, all these different shifts happening, it's like we're not going to throw him in Cleveland and then great things are going to happen. I think that the DG and Donovan Mitchell backcourt is a great backcourt.
Sure.
When you start talking about adding a Schroeder to the mix, I think Schroeder is a proven winner. Like, whether we think about it a lot or not, like, he won over the water. He's able to be on a different mix of teams. He knows how to be a professional. He knows what to do. We can have a Dennis Schroeder give you 12 to 15 and sometimes close games for you depending on Donovan Mitchell being hot or somebody else being hot. I just don't know if James Harden coming to the mix and being a ball-dominant basketball player helps you out a ton.
This one's, first of all, we've now spoken of DG possibly being moved the last couple of seasons. I will say this, not in my wildest dreams did I think James Harden was going to be the other part of this conversation. So what are we doing here? Does this work for you?
Nah, I agree with Sean. And, you know, this isn't more so about, you know, James for me. It's more so about Donovan Mitchell as far as, you know, his growth, his development, him being that franchise cornerstone, putting him in the best situation to succeed and putting him in the best situation to be the best version of himself. And adding James to that mix at this stage of both of their careers, it just doesn't really add up and make sense in anything I just, you know, said as far as those matching up. So I'm not a fan of the move, well, the potential move. And it doesn't really make sense long term, you know, present day, anything. It just, the timelines don't match up. Nothing makes sense in this scenario. So I'm not a fan of it. I do like the, you know, the additions of, you know, Dennis Schroeder and things like that. I agree with Sean.
Who could be moved again? Like, I feel like this is going to be weird if they start doing all this. Are they going to move him now?
Well, James is next year will be the last year of his deal.
Right.
Last year of his contract. So that's possibly something to look at, that you have some flexibility to move around after that. And it also looks like a one-sided deal when it comes to the Clippers. This looks like a force out for James. You know, I think they've been dealing with this quietly behind closed doors for a couple of weeks, and now that we've gotten, you know, to the end of this deadline, things are starting to come out in the public. Now we're starting to see that now we're paying attention to him being away from the team and not being there. And so these things are getting louder and louder. And so for me, this looks like a lateral move for both teams. Like, we don't like it for the Clippers. We don't like, because that's going to put them against the tax and what they want to do and having flexibility in 2027. I think the same thing for Cleveland as well when we start talking about the basketball side of it with Donovan Mitchell and where they're trying to go and adding an Asian superstar to that mix. And then, like Shum just mentioned, you just went and got a Schroeder. You went and got another ball handler, somebody that can alleviate some of the pressure off of Donovan Mitchell. So for both sides, I don't understand it completely, but this looks like a deal that has a lot to do with money and flexibility.
Basketball-wise, Lou, what does this look like with Harden and Donovan Mitchell together?
Like I said, I don't know. I don't know at this point.
You know.
Listen, both guys need the basketball in their hands to be successful.
Right.
That's no secret. I think that's why we're even having this conversation about Donovan Mitchell and Garland. All three guys involved in this conversation have to have the basketball. They all three are ball-dominant guys. If one of them can play off the ball, it's going to be Garland. I like to see him off the ball. You like to see Donovan Mitchell off the ball as well. That's why you bring in a Schroeder. That's why you even bring in Alonzo Ball in the summer. Some guys that can alleviate some of that pressure and let him play some two and be off of the basketball. And so at this point, I don't know what it means. I know James has been next to Kawhi Leonard for a number of years now, and he's kind of been a facilitator. He's kind of taken a back seat to him and picking his spots when to be aggressive. But, you know, when you go to a new market, you want to prove that you're still you. And so I feel like if you add James Harden to a Cleveland Cavaliers, he's going to be the best version of James Harden that he can possibly be, and that might be disruptive to Donovan Mitchell. So I don't know what to make of all of this.
It's a very loud trade rumor as far as rumors go, and we, 48, 30, I don't know how many hours we're away from this thing. Donovan Mitchell's having the best scoring year of his career, and that's the other part of this, Boogie, because we spent so much time. I thought we'd all finally mentally gotten to a place where we're like, you know what, Donovan Mitchell and DG, we kind of like that. We like the way, finally we got to that point, and now we're going to rip that up, or we're going to bring just the collective talking head group. That's for Donovan Mitchell. If you're Donovan Mitchell, are you waking up to this thinking, I don't know if I like this or not?
If I'm Donovan Mitchell, I am feeling that way. Like I said, on paper, it doesn't make sense. If you don't like the situation of Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell, then bringing in James Harden is basically creating the same type of situation. It's two ball-dominant type of guards. And also, at the same time, they're not the best defensively together. So it's more so the same problem. So if I am Donovan Mitchell, I'm not necessarily happy about the potential move. As far as making moves, I do like the aggressiveness of the Cavaliers and trying to improve. They're not having the year that they would have liked to have or expected to have, but I don't think this is necessarily the right move for them moving forward. So,
let's talk Cleveland. If you're Harden, are you stoked about the idea of going to play in Cleveland, Shump?
I mean, if you're James Harden, anytime you could be a part of a playoff team, you're happy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think that James is going to do some of his best work in the playoffs where you're now in a series. It's about adjustments. You've been here before, and you have to do this. We haven't seen James, you know, make the steps that we want him to make as far as getting into the championship and doing his thing ever since leaving from OKC. We thought we'd finally see it. And, you know, he hasn't been able to get over the hump. But his leadership alone of coming onto a team and being able to explain to the young guys that haven't been there what they need to go through, what they need to do, the mistakes that he's made. I mean, he's got some positives on paper. I'm not saying he's worthless. I'm just saying when you pair him next to Donovan Mitchell, do you really think Donovan Mitchell is going to spread his wings bigger? Now you got Jalen Tyson saying it's his city now. And now you just gonna switch everything up on him.
You even got Tyson playing well at that position.
Yeah.
So
I don't understand the and Boogie just pointed out a great point. Y'all, the times that the Cavs have been successful in previous years, hung the hat on the defensive end. When you bring James, you're not getting,
That's not happening.
you're not getting defense. So you already lost. Well, you traded
Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter, DeAndre Hunter. You already traded him, and he was one of your better defenders. He's one of your two-way guys, one of your blue-collar guys, and now you bring in James Harden. It's like your defense takes a hit, but your defense is what needed to improve. I think that's what has knocked them off the tracks. So it's like your defense got to improve. You thought you were bringing Lonzo Ball to alleviate some of that ball handling, to make it less ball dominant, but somebody that still could facilitate, get guys in the right spot. He just hasn't been as healthy as they want him to be.
Right.
He hasn't shot the ball particularly well. So it's like Lonzo Ball is the guy that got kind of pushed to the side a little bit, and that's why you bring Schroeder in. I don't see the value that James Harden brings. If you're going to do that, you might as well trade Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying, if you want something good, you want to get good.
It's just crazy to me. This is not what I think people had envisioned when they thought Cavs need to make maybe a move or two. This is not what I thought we'd be talking about.
At all.
From the Clippers side, and by the way, none of this has happened yet. It's just a very, very loud trade rumor that exists in the moment. From the Clippers side, Lou, take me through. Should they do this? What is their motivation?
Well, I know they're trying to hold their cards for 2027. It's a lot of guys that's going to be available coming into the 2027 offseason. You got Steph, you got Kawhi, you got Kyrie, you got Trae Young, you got Kat, AD, Mitchell, Jokic, Giannis. The reality is, how many of those guys, if one, do you realistically have an opportunity to get or even retain a Kawhi Leonard? So if you have the opportunity to make this move, you get 10 years younger at that guard spot. Mm-hmm. You got a bona fide all-star coming in. You got some room to grow with him and Kawhi Leonard. They've bet the house on Kawhi. So they're going to continue to put pieces around him to try to make them better. Zubac has become a valuable asset on a team that's been playing well. But if you're going to do this, you should have just kept Norm Powell. If you were going to do all of this, you should have just kept Norm Powell, who's also an all-star in another uniform now. SGA, years and years ago. He's not only an all-star, he's probably the best player in the NBA by a lot of people's opinion that you already had in uniform. And so now you're back again with another young guard that you have an opportunity to start fresh with. I can see this as a positive for the Clippers, but again, I don't think this is a one-and-done move. I know this is something they're trying to do for the future, but strictly basketball-wise, adding Darius Garland to a lot of basketball teams make you better, and I think so for the Clippers too.
Yeah, that side. By the way, from a player's perspective, real quick, like I know they said that Kawhi was surprised to find out that James Harden wanted to trade. Okay, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure, because if I want to leave somewhere, y'all are all going to know about it. That's why I feel like I didn't know if that was real or not real.
Straight up.
It's always a surprise for them when the news drops.
every once in a while, it can be a surprise. And knowing Kay and being a Clipper and being a teammate of his, he might genuinely been surprised.
He just wasn't listening.
He might genuinely been surprised about all of this, because he doesn't involve himself in a lot of things business-wise that doesn't pertain to him.
What a nice bubble that must be. Good for him. We did have a game, and the Clippers did play in a game, and they lost that game to Philly. 128-113. 4th straight win for Philadelphia, y'all. Tyrese Maxey with 29, Joel Embiid 24. Hello, former Spur. Dominic Barlow with a night, 26-16. Kawhi Leonard with 29. And James Harden didn't play this one, but we're going to start him on with Joel Embiid, because so much has been made for so many seasons about his health and if he's this and if he's that. And what we're seeing now, it's like I'm watching a movie, like he's been rejuvenated somehow. Yeah. I don't even know where it's coming from. Did you think we'd get to see this again?
I think we all know from playing in the league, you're always going to, if he's healthy, you're always going to have an issue when dealing with Joel Embiid. I told people all the time, like, the difference that we saw the last couple years with the injuries that happened, you saw that his gameplay changed. We're used to him falling down, being funny for the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like, we used to him, like, also being a jokester and loving the game, and he couldn't even do that because of how his body was shut down on him. Then you're trying to get him to get a rhythm, but he's got a minute restriction. We all know what that's like. Trying to come back, you got a minute restriction, and you're trying to just get a rhythm. Like, you can't get it because you got to keep coming in and out. You can only play a certain rotation. Now we're seeing a healthy version of him. We're seeing him trust his body a little bit more. You're starting to see him go back into the face-up, couple of dribbles into the real tough spin, and then finish at the rim, try and find his way. I haven't seen him overextend himself in a while. Everything's been really in a box and then a quick jump shot. You start seeing him dodging a little contact, and he's back doing it. And anytime he's back doing that, I think he just creates problems. He gets people in foul trouble, which is going to help Maxey.
Yep.
Like, now that these guys, when he was hurt, they were developing. And that's the good thing about it. Now you add him, and they starting to have a blend. They have that confidence. They're one of those teams that in the playoffs, you have to deal with them. It's hard to beat a team like that 4 times if he's healthy.
Yeah. No, Shunk made great points, and him saying that they were developing while he was healthy, and now you're seeing everybody come into their own, and you're starting to see the fruits of the labor. And like you said, trusting his body. Joel Embiid is a top 5 basketball player in this league when available and when healthy. Early in this season, my criticism was, I'm like, man, he's not even crossing half court, and by the time he crosses half court, Tyrese Maxey is already in his bag creating something, and he just wasn't trusting his body. He wasn't trusting that knee, and it wasn't giving him what he needed for him to be the big presence that he is now. Now that he's trusting his body, he's back in form, he's back in shape. You see him facing up, putting pressure on the rim, trying to get to the rim. He was settling for jump shots a lot. One jab step, one dribble pull-ups, not putting his back to the basket as much. Now you're seeing him being that dominant force that he's always been because he's available and he's healthy. So you love to see it for the 76ers right now.
I mean, everything they're saying is correct. I don't think Embiid's talent has ever been a question. It's always been about health. And when this guy's healthy, like Lou said, top 5 player in this league. So, you know, to see him getting back to this spot, personally, I'm happy for him. I know what it's like as a big to go through these struggles. You know, when your body is banged up, your mind on one page, your body on another. It's a real struggle, and we watched him go through it gracefully. He took a lot of hits along the way, a lot of scrutiny, a lot of criticism. And, you know, he battled through, and I'm glad to see him at this point and actually playing healthy basketball. But everything they said is, you know, correct. When he's healthy, this is a scary team. They've had plenty of time to kind of develop the young guys, the other pieces around him. So come playoff time, this may be an actual threat this season. This could be a scary team coming out of the East. So I like where they at right now. I hopefully Embiid continues to stay on this path and stay healthy. Glad to see he's finding that confidence in his movement and his game. And you know, I think everything will start coming together for this team eventually.
Yeah, I just can't wait till we need to be able to write your rebounds down though, Joel. So I need you just get a little more healthy. And we're going to write your rebounds down right next to this 24 points. We're going to write your rebounds down. But I don't...
I'm going to leave that off for a second.
Yeah, yeah, let's get your rebounds down. I need a column for you,
Okay, fair enough. Yep, we're going to add that later,
There we go.
hopefully.
Yeah.
By the way, are any of us... Lou, I'll start with you. I think we've all sort of visualized in the East who we think top 3 teams coming out of. Have you seen enough, and again, cautiously optimistic, everybody's health stays great, but that Philly could actually be someone in the end that we're talking about for real?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. They got great guard play. I don't want to say really good guard play. They got great guard play. You got Embiid back in form. By playoff time, you'll have Paul George back in uniform. I don't know where Barlow came from. He looks like another guy that's going to give him something. Jared McCain is still trying to find his rhythm. Coming back from injury from G League to being back in the lineup, he's still trying to find a groove. They got a lot of different people that can beat you on any given night, and that makes the 76ers dangerous. They're starting to roll now. 4 straight wins, you know, one or two being without Paul George. So they're showing you that we have the depth to commit to, you know, both ends of the floor and try to beat a lot of basketball teams. So I would add them in that conversation, but I would like to see them do it a little bit more consistently before we do that.
Yeah, I think it's the development of the young boy.
Edgecombe?
Yeah. Like, because he's there. I've seen Tyrese Maxey hit a wall and have some stuff going on. I've seen Joel Embiid go through his problems. We've all seen Paul George go through his. When you add the young kid that has no history.
You got the X factor.
Yeah, he has no history. Yeah. He don't care. He jumping off either leg, both legs. He almost hit his neck on the rim. You saw that one block he had when he double blocked it? He got to move his neck. I'm like, bro, all right.
That's the same thing put Ja Morant down.
It's like that.
Young boys jumping too high.
But I'm saying that free thought, like he's willing to give himself up at any moment for that team, and you see that he is. My brother called it, Ari called it Spider-Man. He doing the Spider-Man thing when he held the trains together. he felt like VJ Edgecombe stand there like that and would bring that together, so to speak, just because it's like any time they're in disarray, he just plays hard and figures it out on some random athletic young kids stuff. So it's like, when I look at this team, I say the playoffs is where I'm going to have to watch them because I can't evaluate them during the season. I don't know what they're doing right now. Like, They could be trying to get healthy. They could be trying to do this. They could be trying to do that. But when you come out here and you say you got to beat this team 4 times,
Yeah.
Right.
that's a tough job.
Let me ask you this, Shump, because right now, as it stands, they would be matched with Boston first round.
That's tough for them.
Do you like them staying in that 6th spot, or do they continue to put pressure trying to get lower and lower
No.
in the standards to
You
put
gotta
themselves
deal-
in a better position?
You gotta
Because
adapt
right
to
now,
deal with it
Boston
anyway.
first round is a tough out
For sure.
for Philly.
But I'll take it.
Fun
On
watch.
the matchup side, just because of if Joel's playing like this, especially if he can play in the block,
Yeah.
I like it. I think that's the way you beat Boston. I think you have to play a different game than them. I think if you fall in love with trying to beat them their way, and you know how they gonna come. Coming off the ball screen, you go under, you dead. You leave Jaylen Brown too long to get to his mid-range, you dead. So it's like, I know how they're coming, and if you try and play that game, you're gonna lose. But if you go out here and you play we gonna run in here and play
Grind it out,
inside out, yeah, we gonna make
Grind
it
it out, have a
ugly.
game.
Yeah, we gonna get back.
So you put them in the conversation. You like Philly?
it.
I don't mind. I don't mind, like, because I learned from LeBron, a lot of times, your tough battle, it's okay to say, hey, man, I don't want to deal with them round 2 if we got injuries, we got all this. Like, if we got to deal with a big bad wolf, like they were champions.
Right.
So let's respect them over there. I know the light-skinned man ain't back yet, but they
Possibly, though.
Possibly.
Possibly.
And if
Hey,
you got
that's
him,
better.
if you got him coming off the bench for 15, 20 minutes, we having a different conversation.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
At
But
70%.
But y'all know it takes some time to get rhythm. It can also go left.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So I'm saying these guys
Off an Achilles.
I'm gonna go off of these guys being sharp, having the whole season under their belt, they in shape, they ready to go, and then Jason Tatum is trying to get right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not looking at him like that. If you had regular Jason Tatum, we definitely ain't having this conversation. I don't even want to talk about it.
We haven't even mentioned Detroit, but that's not on the
That's
teleprompter.
my top 3, man.
But that's what I'm saying. What we got besides the Knicks?
That's my top 3.
You like
What?
Detroit, Boogie?
I like
Yeah,
Detroit.
That's
What?
all right.
What?
We
I
got
like
Detroit,
Boston,
we
and
got
I like
the Knicks,
Philly.
we got Boston, and you
So-
like Philly. No Toronto.
So the light-skinned
What?
man with the left hand just don't get no respect. The Knicks just know.
Are you for real right now?
That's wild.
What are you doing?
Just it's because of Cat and Russ.
I love
It's
that.
Cat and Russ. The Russ.
No.
Wait, you don't even put New York. Hold on, we just
It was the
derailed everything.
armbar. That's what I'm saying.
Hold on.
New York.
Why are y'all so surprised?
Because we're talking about the East, and you're just like,
Oh,
nah.
you still got a problem?
If Philly's 100%
I'm like
healthy,
this.
I'm putting them as a top 3 team in the East.
and you're just
100% healthy?
bumping New York.
Uh,
I'm putting
New York 100% healthy too?
I'm taking the Sixers over New York.
What? That
Hey,
is
man,
a-
y'all hop in
hey,
the comments, holla at Boogie.
Yeah.
Man. What's wrong with dude?
Holla at me, I'm
I ain't
available.
say that
we don't
though.
like Cleveland.
Knicks
We don't
fans.
like Cleveland or Toronto.
Hey, Knicks fans, I ain't say that. Y'all heard me put up my fight.
I
Where'd
said
that
it.
come from?
I said
I don't
it.
know where it came from.
I'm blown away on this
Sure.
one.
You
I
woke
said
up
it.
this morning and chose violence. Gee, I didn't say
No,
that.
New York-
I know you New York alumni and all that. That's
Hey,
cool. I didn't play for them,
I
so
tell
I
the
can
truth.
tell the truth.
I tell the truth all the time with New York.
I like to say
They
I'm
are
telling
a
the
top
truth.
3 team
My
in
bad,
the
B.
East.
I didn't mean to start.
yeah.
I didn't mean to start.
No,
off.
Are you kidding me? I'm blown away
period.
right now.
And
This
by
is
the
like
end, by the end, they're going to be a top.
the Knicks have won 6 in a row, and they're sitting. You're just like, nah. I don't think they're gonna.
Jalen Brunson
I
sit out a
think-
couple
But again,
games. Jalen,
I
you can't. Hey,
think
Jalen, you can't sit out no
fully
more,
healthy-
man.
But you
Don't
know
sit
what
out no
else?
more.
When Philly is playing like this,
Yeah,
this
you
is
can't
what
deny
changes
it.
the conversation.
But how
when they're
disrespectful
healthy,
is that?
It's
when
not
Joel
disrespectful.
Embiid is
What
healthy,
the-
and
Yeah,
they
it
have
does though.
everything that they have,
He is that good.
they're that good when Joel Embiid is
We talking
healthy.
about
I'll
an
give you
NBA
that though. He
candidate.
is
Changes a
that
lot of
good. I
conversations.
will give you that. He's that
changes a lot
good.
of
Philly
Like I
100%
said, he had
healthy,
24
top 3.
points and no rebounds. The Knicks are top 3.
He had 5. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break.
Y'all didn't even want to put it. That's what I'm saying. Look,
We don't do it until it's like 8 or 9.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You wanted him to have more.
Run it up, run it back, run it up, run it back.
We had other games, you know.
Relax.
Timberwolves at Grizzlies. Grizzlies win. They snapped the old 6-game losing streak. Jaren Jackson Jr. 30 points. Ty Jerome had 19, 8, and 6. Anthony Edwards with 39 points, 7 rebounds. Okay. First 2 games with the Grizzlies, Ty Jerome averaging 19 and a half, 7 assists. So here we go. Hypotheticals, Lou, because it's that time of the year. If you're
lot of
Memphis,
hypothetics.
well, you know what? The trade's right there, and John Morant's name has been in it this entire time. However, if you see this out of Ty Jerome, is there a part of you, if you're Memphis, that's like, let's just keep this together as is and see what it could be?
I don't think so,
Okay.
and I don't want to get this misconstrued at all. I'm not saying Ty Jerome is there to replace Ja Morant, but if you're the Memphis Grizzlies and he's playing like this, you're encouraged about kind of moving on and adding pieces, right? Especially if you're not getting what you want out of it and if you're getting to the end of the road with Ja Morant. So we'll see what moves they make this week when the trade deadline concludes. It looks like he's still going to be in uniform, so they might get their way with having both of these guys in the backcourt as it is. But no, I don't think you see this and you say this is a pairing that I would want. I don't think Ja Morant is looking at it like this. In order for you to be successful and an all-star caliber guy, you got to put another all-star next to you. That's been the nature of the business the last 5 or 6 years. You don't see a lot of dynamic guards without somebody of equal talent or all-star caliber that's had success, and I don't think that's any different with Memphis either.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really see this doing anything for Ja Morant moving forward. It's to the point where it needs to be done. Like,
feels broken.
Ja needs to be moved. I would love to see him in Minnesota next to Anthony Edwards, but this relationship, this relationship, I think is is slowly coming to an end. It's just not much there no more. They're coming off a 6-game losing streak. The winning ways, the winning culture, all of those things are absent now. It's just a regular basketball team, in my opinion. So, with all those things being said, I think it's time for Ja to move on, and the Grizzlies can start their rebuild. So.
I like to say he need to move on too. He needs some fresh air. Yeah. But I'll tell you where the winning basketball went.
Dillon Brooks.
Thank you.
I'm the biggest Dillon Brooks man.
Hey,
so I'm with.
Listen, I never knew that he added that much to a team. But
culture.
Everywhere he goes,
I love him
they
so
gonna
much.
win.
I love him so much.
And they gonna play hard.
And he gonna have some soldiers with him.
He gonna get into it with everybody for you. But he does it for you.
I love that so much.
Like, I used to be one of them guys that it's like
he draws a diversion.
I gotta be on the team with LeBron, Kyrie, JR. At one point, we had D-Wade, D-Rose, Isaiah Thomas. What rock am I finna get to shoot? Oh, I'm definitely picking a fight today. I gotta get in the mix. I gotta get in the mix. Me and Lou Will over here for a loose ball. Lou, I'm sorry, bro. I gotta do it. I gotta throw a shoulder. We gotta go in the cameras, bro. I need the blood, sweat, and tears out here, dog. Like, I'm not finished with no rock.
That's what they missing.
You feel me? And it's like Dillon Brooks does that, and he's cool with 12 points, 18 points, 25 points. Doesn't matter how much he scores, he's gonna continue to do it every game. When you have that, I think it changes the mindset for a Ja Morant. You know what I'm saying? It changes, it makes you play a little bit different, and I think that's what he lost. He didn't realize he lost that, but he lost that. Now, even some of the antics that Ja Morant get into it with people, it's like he's by himself.
He on the island by himself.
Right. You look wild.
You look crazy.
You look crazy.
When you got them soldiers with you.
Yeah. But when you got light-skinned man behind you. Yeah, you got Dillon Brooks before the game just be standing, arms at his side, just staring.
It's the most
I love it.
I love it so much.
Because he's not doing nothing. He just don't look like
you
he
can't
like
get mad.
I love it.
Hey,
All-star snub.
Hey, all-star snub. Be back next year. Can't wait to see you next year, brother. Hey, you just keep playing the way you're playing, brother. We love it. We do. But I think that's what the problem is with Ja Morant. I think he needs some fresh air, as KG and Paul Pierce be saying. He needs some fresh air.
But where? Like, where, if you could pick?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Now that you say that, that would be nice. But
Minnesota.
People keep talking like Ja Morant ain't just, I'm not big on, I don't do the trade engine and know if the contracts work and all that. But I know when a player will fit a mold. When they said Miami, he's gonna look great in Miami.
I agree.
That's great for him to be a part of some culture that don't let him do some of the random stuff. Like, cause you throw, like, certain guys, like, you put them in the mix with other, and I get how they play with one organization, but I'm like, if you give them the chance to blossom in something different, it's good to look at. Like,
guys also adjust.
Yeah, now that I see Ja Morant, he said Ja Morant with Anthony Edwards, I get it.
Oh. Must watch TV.
He's no longer a crazy man. Because Anthony a crazy man too.
He can be a crazy man, but he fits in. He fits the mold.
But he wouldn't be the alpha
feel
either.
Like you could do that. AE makes you feel like I'm not like you go like it was like for me, JR. I bomb a 3, JR bomb a 3. We look at each other from across the court, might say we both sick in the head. Now, both wings is terrible for y'all. Both of them turned up, they done lost their mind. Iman denying, JR letting bombs go 3 seconds on the clock. He let it. It's like they crazy. But at the end of the game, y'all know. But at the end of the game, they knew we going back to the basket. Carmelo Anthony.
Right.
So it's like it's all to add a vibe, but you need your crowd to know that. You know how that is. Like we knew what it was when this man jumped up off the bench. I know. I never told you this. At one point in New York. At one point in New York, dog, I come out. This when you was with E.T. and Dre and all that in Philly. He would hop up off the bench, and that was my cue on my next rotation. Like, I don't get up to go in until he go in. So I'm sitting, it was him and Jamal Crawford.
Ooh.
They get ready for their little rotation. As soon as I see Lou Will pop back up, I automatic. I ain't gotta get called, nothing. They like, don't let nobody else take this assignment. When you see him jump up, you go in.
How'd that assignment go?
Man, sometimes it was good. Sometimes he had a good warm-up. I'm like, man, he must have shot the hell out of it in the warm-up today, man.
It's awesome. I love hearing that. By the way, the Minnesota thing is not far off. However, it's not involving who you think it is, because the smoke around that is that the Minnesota is trying to figure out a third or fourth team, somebody out there that can figure out a way to get a Giannis to Minnesota trade done, and that would give us Giannis and Ant. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's a lot. We're winding down the hours to Thursday here.
Wait a minute, that could happen?
It's anything could happen. Sean.
Can it?
I don't know. Anybody at Oregon?
See how many teams involved.
What do you about 12 teams? But we should be all right.
If I'm one of those teams that's not getting Giannis, I'm definitely putting on my petty boots. I'm not helping y'all.
Yeah, I'm not helping. That's what that's.
I'm in the East.
I'm not helping you get Giannis.
If I'm in the East, I don't have a dog in the fight.
Oh, so really?
You just
Okay.
gonna ruin the East.
Yeah, if it got nothing to do with me, blow it up. I don't
Lou's
care.
the worst. So if you're in the East, maybe, but otherwise, it's going to take a lot. That one I feel like is a far-fetched one, but I like to dream as well.
Gotcha.
You'd like that better than Ja and Ant? Because that's really fun.
Yeah, that's really good, though.
I mean,
like that.
yeah, that's crazy.
I'm gonna tell my guys at ESPN to put that in the tray and see how that
Yeah,
works.
make them punch it in the little
Yeah, I'm
machine.
gonna see what that does.
I think those two together could do a lot of damage.
That's terrifying.
Yeah,
actually.
absolutely.
Yeah, as somebody in the West fan, no, we say no to that one. Please don't make
They
that
said
happen.
Giannis could go to state, and I jumped out my seat. I said, wait, that
was
could
big.
happen?
That one's big.
They put it in the trade
It's
thing.
all over the
I
place.
said,
I tell you
wow.
what, we 3 days out. There's got to be some moves being made.
If we
Very
see
soon.
We're less
Steph
than
Curry and
less than 3
Giannis,
days out. So
I can't. I went to sleep thinking that. I
Hey,
was like,
dog.
"I'm a warrior.
Steph and Giannis together is going to be so nasty, dog.
That's must-see TV, too.
That
right?
is.
It is.
Must-see
I
TV.
agree.
It is.
Rockets, Pacers, another one. ALPEREN Sengun, he was pissed about being snubbed. 39 points, 16 rebounds. Thompson was 16. Siakam, not snubbed, 27 points. Rockets' first win in Indy since 2018? How's that even work? No Kevin Durant in this one, of course. Yeah, he was snubbed, and then he had himself quite the performance, Lou, tying his season high in points. I mean, he's mad, right? You gotta be a little mad.
all of this is bulletin board material. And use it as steam, use it as motivation, as energy to power you through the rest of the season. I think that's sometimes disappointment is what great seasons are made of. So him being able to go out and respond like this, I thought it was appropriate and I thought it was needed. He was definitely somebody that we looked at from the Houston Rockets as it being his team. And then when you added Kevin Durant, obviously that dynamic changes, but we still felt good about them being a 1-2 punch. And I thought they did enough to get two guys in the All-Star game. And he fell short. So to respond like this is what you want to see from one of your top two best players on your team moving forward. You know, All-Star weekend is only that. It's just a weekend. It's also something to add to your resume. But for him, he's going to have 10 to 15 more opportunities to be that, and he's got to use this as motivation to get through the season.
I agree. You know, I do think Sengun will, you know, be a perennial all-star in this league. I also think this is just a situation where he's kind of caught up in the time. This is a year where it is, you know, the last days of seeing a LeBron James. So obviously a legacy act like that, he has to be in the All-Star game. And it's not necessarily closing the door on him being one this year. It's injury replacements. These type of things always happen. So he could easily,
but you know, that's the asterisk one.
Yeah.
You know, that's the one they don't really want.
That's how I got my first one, and I ain't mad at it.
Yeah.
So
I'm saying, but you know.
All-Star is an All-Star.
I feel it, but I'm saying
It depends.
You even when you got in
No, it
like
ain't.
that, you felt like you should have just been an All-Star.
But when I got in, I got in. I don't know. I don't know.
got over it real fast.
You got over it. Got it.
real
But I'm saying
fast.
initially, you know that feeling of like, gee, I'm supposed to be an All-Star. That's not a.
I mean, I get it. And
snub situation.
And I agree with Lou as far as this being motivation for him. I'm sure when the next opportunity comes around, he'll make sure he's a clear-cut favorite to be, you know, an All-Star. So this is no knock to him. This is a very, very talented kid. I think he'll have plenty more All-Star appearances. But I just feel this season it kind of got caught up in the timing of things as far as some of the legacy acts. But I don't want to close the door. It's still opportunity.
Quite the statement. This is quite the night. I kind of love that for him. Yeah. Well done. We got to take a quick break. More Run It Back on the other side.
Run it up, then run it back.
Oh, I love that we are starting You Buying That with the one. We all love him, Dillon Brooks. Although this time, I don't know, sir. Said he has Wemby's number and that everybody's taking the blueprint on how to guard him. All right, Shump, you buying that? I have his number is crazy.
I mean, this is why we love Dillon Brooks, though.
So much.
Because there has to be a degree of
Delusion?
Yeah.
But look at the numbers, though. You can't fight.
I mean, those
you can't
numbers
fight.
are-
It's only been one game.
Check it out. I've guarded KD before. KD has had a similar night where it was like he went 8 for like 20-something.
But
and that's cool and all that. But I knew in my heart.
Put that on your jacket. Yeah.
I knew in my heart.
Yeah.
As much as I defended, I had some great possessions defended. I ain't do that.
So are you buying
He
that
missed the
Wemby
shot.
that he got
You
Wemby
tall.
number? Are you buying that?
Hey, Dillon, man. I love it. I love it. Continue to be consistent. I'm never going to tell you to change your game. You do not have Wemby's number.
Okay, there it is.
There it is.
That
You do
one we
not have
won't
his
buy.
number. I can't buy that.
Here's the best part about this, guys. We have like 3 more Dillon Brooks ones in this whole segment. Okay,
That
Boogie.
is so wild.
What we got?
He also said that Luka is the hardest player in the NBA to guard. Are you buying that?
I can see that.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm buying that. You know, I've had the opportunity to play against Luka. Never had to match up an entire game. Couple switches here and there, but even in those switches, it was a nightmare. So an entire game guarding him, I can believe that. So absolutely.
I'm rolling.
Okay.
I'm
That
rolling.
one we're good with?
Especially with him saying that he got Wemby's number and Bron is overrated, and
We'll get to that.
He's being very specific about how he feel about guys. So if
picking
he's
him up.
saying that Luka is hard to guard, I gotta take it for face value. I gotta take it for what it's worth.
Okay, you know what? I'm glad you mentioned it, Lou, because yes, Dillon also said that LeBron is the most overrated player in the NBA. Right now, I think that's a very important part to add to that. Right now.
Hey, Dillon, bro.
overrate a
calm
career like
down,
this.
man.
Listen,
Where is he saying this stuff?
he did a stream with
love
Neon.
it.
Okay, he streamed.
He
Got it.
did a stream with Neon. Listen, I'm gonna say this about Dillon Brooks. Did I say something crazy?
No, we just
I'm just blown.
But listen, when it comes to Dillon Brooks, this is chess to me. He has positioned himself. He's seen Kobe has his nemesis guys that they want to battle. Michael Jordan has had his. He said, you know what? I'm gonna be bronze for the next couple years until he go. I'm gonna attach myself to this history right here, and I think that's what we're seeing.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
down to the antics during the game, giving them a high five. Like that would mess with me. If somebody on the other team try to give me a dap at the free throw line, I'm like, bro, like what's going on? What are we doing?
It's awesome.
That would bother me. That would get under my skin. And so he's playing a game inside of a game for whatever
Love it.
reason. He's decided that he want to attach himself to LeBron. I love it for basketball reasons, but to say he's overrated right now, I don't know a lot of 41-year-olds that can go get a dub every night when they play.
Man.
I don't know.
If
And
Bron
still
is
get his head
overrated-
over the rim?
If Bron is overrated, who are we?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Who are we?
Who are you?
It gets the people going.
Yeah, do though.
And Dillon is doing a great job of getting the people going.
Hey, Dillon, I'm one of your biggest fans, but you gotta chill.
No,
man.
you
But
don't,
you're right.
Dillon.
You're right though.
Get loud.
Confidence does have to lead to a healthy delusion.
Healthy
So you have
delusion.
some healthy delusion going on. You're having success, Dillon.
right on. Just don't stop missing jump shots, because then your delusion, I swear they'll close the book on it real quick.
I got to get some Dillon Brooks merch.
I said that. I just want a shirt.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna get on the old interweb today and see what I can find.
Let me get one.
I got you. Okay, we got one from Wendy. Brian Windhorst said that the Lakers are potentially gonna ask LeBron to take a pay cut. No. If he wants to return. I'm just a civilian, but we don't do pay cuts.
Yeah, that's.
How are we feeling about that one?
I don't think Bron. I think Bron. If you could make sense of what you're gonna go do, LeBron will take a pay cut. LeBron like winning. He gonna make the money.
So if they
Don't worry about the money. Bron gonna make the money.
Lou's not looking like he buying it at all.
I
gonna go back to
never
Cleveland?
seen Bron take no pay cut.
Right.
He took the pay cuts in Miami. He took the pay cuts in
he
Miami.
did. They don't talk about it.
Brian.
That was a baby cut.
It's a
It's
cut.
a cut. That's what I got. It's a cut. You
Even
said
if
it was
it's
cut.
even if it's 10,000 short, it's a
It's
cut.
short.
I digress. When you're right, you're right.
Hey, he said he'll go.
You're right,
He'll
you're
go
right.
short.
Take a
It just
little
gotta be
10
worth
off the
it.
top.
It definitely got to
That
be
is a
worth
cut.
it, fam.
If it's less than anything I came with, that's a cut. Y'all right.
Yeah, but Bron, what was his decision? What was the release?
I
They
think the
making money on
scenarios are
stuff like
completely
that.
different. I don't know if he take a pay cut in this scenario.
Because now
That
he's
one
just trying
made
to finish
sense.
it out. And like,
Yeah,
let's go.
I don't know if he takes a cut, but that was his question.
Yeah.
God, that's a tough one. Okay, Lou. Tracy McGrady said Anthony Edwards is right there with SGA, if not better. You buying that?
I can buy that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can buy that. We have a class of young superstars in this league, and Anthony Edwards is in that class. You know, so what is the separation? That's up for individuals to see. Right now, Shea has it. He's going to have it for a while, but I feel like if there's anybody that's going to be in that conversation of trying to unseat him as one of the best players in the league, Anthony Edwards has that ability to do so. So, you know, this thing changes by the year. We have we have conversations and rankings for a guy one year. Next year is going to be somebody else. That's what makes our league great. So I'm buying the fact that he's saying that he's right up there with Shea, because it is a class of guys.
I like that. Everyone's good on that one?
I'm agreeing with that.
I'm not agreeing with if not.
If not better.
I dodged that part.
That's
You can't dodge that part.
I get that part. I just don't. I don't all the way understand what he's saying. I don't all the way understand.
I think he's saying
basically
the
trying to
talent-
say
the
that
talent is
and
equal.
Edwards is better than Shea, but he took a discount. He took a little off the top. Said if you throw that if in there,
Smart.
that
Buys
gives
you a little room.
that
just
buy
like-
you a little space.
At
Yep.
the end of a game, I think SGA has shown and proven he's the best at understanding the moment.
Tell T-Mac. You ain't gotta tell us.
Understanding. T-Mac, I'm trying to make it make sense, G. I'm talking out loud. I'm really walking through it because you're one of my guys. You know what I'm saying?
that's
As he
what I'm
pulled
saying. We love
Shorty, I had
OG.
the Adidas.
We love the OG.
I had it.
Yeah, we love the OG,
I'm
bro.
trying now.
I'm on the other side of that.
I just don't see. If you left the last part off, if you say he right there with him, talent-wise, potential-wise, I get it. But literally, SGA's superpower is figuring out how to win and making those other guys understand how to win. He gets people to play for him. I think that Ant-Man right now, yeah, he can put things on his back, but it's a totally different game. That's why I'm like, I don't get the right there. Like,
Yeah, Lou sometimes likes to be like a politician. And
do teammates play a
leader.
part in that as well? With,
Here we go.
Shea being able to use his superpower?
without a doubt. I was all over Mike Conley during that playoff run last year. I was all over him.
So what I got from that is, they're similar in talent, which I agree with.
Right.
But it also comes down to a situational thing. It's pretty blatant that Shea's situation is a lot better than Anthony Edwards as far as teammates, organizations, and that matter.
Yeah.
But as far as talent, like Lou said, I think they're an equal. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. We're going to take a quick break. Wrap things up on the other side. I was going to ask you who on Minnesota's not good enough, but I won't.
They run it back, run it up, run it back.
Well. The Boogie Cousins Hornets cannot be stopped. 7 straight wins, 102-95 over the Pelicans. LaMelo, 24-8-5. Knipple, 17-9. Trey Murphy III had 27 points, but 7 straight wins is nothing to sneeze at. I don't care who you are, Boogie. It's their longest win streak in 10 years. Now, Shump, here's the deal. Boogie and Lou enjoy watching this team immensely.
Mm-hmm.
For two different reasons.
For two different reasons.
But we like watching.
The discipline thing is probably, it's the biggest factor. So when you watch them, Are they good enough to play in, playoff? Like right now, what are you seeing?
I think they're a scary team for the playoffs now. You know, they got a route to take to get there. But this is one of those teams that if you see them in the playoffs, they are so unpredictable. You don't know, and they don't care about the moment. When you play certain teams in the playoffs, you know, hey, during the season, they're going to shoot the half-court three. They're going to do this, they're going to do that. When we get to these playoffs, they're going to run this in the third quarter. That, like, when we played Golden State, we knew everything they was going to run. It's just what can you do about it? But it's like it get real disciplined. Everything get real strict. You miss an assignment, you out. You sitting down. Like, that's how the playoffs go. When you play the Charlotte Hornets, you like, are they gonna take him out for a turnover? I don't know. Like, this how they play. So it's like when
they also had Lonzo Ball, Melo Ball coming off the bench at some point of this season.
Without a doubt.
That's just something fun to do.
Hey, listen,
What's your problem?
they got to try a bunch of stuff. They got to do a bunch of stuff. They got rules they got to do. I'm just saying, when you talk about this team and they're going at their best, if they went to the playoffs and figured out a little bit of discipline, I don't see the difference in how LaMelo Ball plays and how SGA plays, besides some discipline and saying, this is the shot I want here, this is the shot I want here. I'm not going to take a chance here. I'm not going to take a chance here. When you're talking about gifted, talent-wise, LaMelo's also 6'6", 6'7". I wouldn't want to deal with that. Not with confidence.
I see.
It's dangerous.
No,
I'm not saying.
I see where you're going.
It's the same thing they did. Like T-Mac just said, Anthony Edwards and SGA. The difference is the winning, the discipline, the IQ.
You talking about size and getting to his spots.
I'm saying, like, he's got all the physical gifts that SGA has. So that's all you need when you start talking about playoff basketball.
I've only said that I like them. I like the individual talent they have. They haven't been good enough as a collective. These last 7 games, they look like a collective. They look like they're on the same page with their coach. We're starting to see the behind the scenes, them having some fun, enjoying themselves. I love to see it for a young team. I wish we've been waiting for them to be this team that they've been the last 2 weeks for 2 years. Now bottle this up and become that team consistently.
Brandon Miller, keep playing like that, too.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir. Keep playing like that.
Hey, man, you know I'm a supporter of this young group.
We know.
They're not my favorite squad, but I am a supporter. I think this young group is growing right in front of our eyes. I love what I'm seeing. I'm loving the camaraderie in the locker room, even the celebration with the coach. I'm happy with it. It's showing that this team is growing in the right direction. They're slowly getting on the same page. And when it comes to just talent and you look at the talent on paper, you can't help but think this group has a potentially bright future. So it comes down to discipline, it comes down to standards, and it comes down to leadership. All of those are the question marks for this team, but as far as talent and on paper, I think they have everything they need.
They have it.
I mean, they're like must-see. The thread blows up every time the Hornets are playing.
They are.
What world am I actually living in?
I like Trip Dip.
I like it.
I like them all.
They got
They got a fun group.
There. Give them credit for turning it around.
Yeah.
I will give them credit.
And they got the cool colors. I always like the Charlotte Hornets gear.
Always.
You know, man, Bobby Fields, all that. Like, come on.
I ain't
They going nuts. They going nuts.
Like
Y'all keep doing the thing over there, man.
Shump, this has been awesome. Any wisdom you want to part with us the last 10 seconds?
Nah, man, I appreciate y'all. Bring me anytime y'all want to. Bring me back,
Pull
man.
up on us.
Make sure y'all check out 21 Shump Street, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yep, we'll be back.
Yeah.